Hey, so I'm here with Mr. Keogh, looking very chilled out. It's just 2 days before the fight. Thank you very much for taking this because it is very close. How are you feeling? I say it's surreal now to finally be in the UK and be so close to this pro debut that we've all been looking forward to.
Yeah, no, man. Like, it's you know what, like, it's doesn't feel any different for some reason. Just feels like another fight. I think a lot of people get like the nerves and all for the pro fight and all. For me, it's just another fight. It's just getting in there. I actually feel less nervous for some reason. I don't know if it's because like my weight is perfect. Like I'm on weight there now tonight and stuff. So all I have to do is just go in the morning, weigh in, and then just fucking be ready to rock down on Friday, get rehydrated as much as possible, and just step in the cage and do what I do.
Yeah, no. So for a context for people who are going to be watching this, because it probably won't be released straight away, Keith is weighing in tomorrow and he's on weight. That's very, very rare. So you like that, you must be once that's out, once you're kind of on weight, like night like that the night before, does that take a huge stress off everything else then? Because you see lads, there's probably lads in saunas right now, like sweating their
Yeah.
bodies off trying to get it down. How does it feel to have that ready that you're ready to go? Does it is it so much easier?
Yeah, like for me, it's honestly the fight isn't even a stress for me. It's just like putting weight isn't a stress because I never had to do it. But like you're putting your body under stress, obviously. I never have to do big weight cuts. This is a catch weight as well. It's 67.67 with a 5.5 allowance. So I'm already on the way. So for me, it's just like, yeah, I can maybe have a sip of water, get a sleep, which is probably the main thing. Like, and I think people underestimate how much your recovery obviously comes from your sleep. So if I can get a sleep tonight, I never sleep before my weigh-ins normally. Get a sleep tonight, be fully like recovered in the morning, weigh in, and then just be ready to rock down for the fight. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not doing my water load and all, so I'm not just like walking in at the weight. I'll get back up. So obviously, I have that bit of dehydration from throughout the week. But other than that, yeah, like it's a huge relief. Like checking your weight the night before, saying like, lovely, I'm not gonna have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and kill myself in a bath or a sauna. Is a huge relief. So listen, I said, fuck it, take the catch weight and just put my body under as much stress, under as least stress as possible.
Yeah, no, and like that, you look happy, you look fresh, you look healthy. Obviously, going in the night before, I've been with fighters the night before, and sometimes they look on their store, but that's only going to lead to a more dangerous key on
Yeah.
Friday night. In terms of obviously, you're going to be going to show us in Liverpool. How do you like the fact that this is going to be in Liverpool? It's a big show. You're just going out to show what you can do as well.
Yeah, that's it. Like obviously, like where I'm a fucking like I know we touched on this before. Like a Liverpool fan has a lot of Irish shoots, so it's great fighting in the city. But I think just going out and getting the job done, going out and getting the job done. But it's also like a lot of family, a lot of friends, have a lot of support coming over to this. So like that just means a lot as well that they're coming over and traveling, like getting the plane over to come and watch me fight. It means a lot. A lot of people get under pressure. But for me, I actually think I fight better with that. With that, like I perform better with that bit of pressure on me back. I just think I fit. I'm comfortable under the lights. I'm comfortable with people watching me. So I know in a different city with all my family and friends coming to watch me, there's no way I'm not gonna go out there and just perform to my best.
Yeah, and you always do like that. You're 15-1, and that one is kind of a split one that where you could have
Yeah,
easily should have went in your direction. So, and you've beaten the best within the country, the likes of Ronan Deegan with the Keto Plata, which it was, I think you named it. Like
yeah.
and you've gone through, like you've belts at two different weight classes, uh, Four Nations, like immafs, all that experience. Do you think all that experience that you had built and seeking out these best people to fight has put you in a position where, like that you're comfortable going into this? It's not as nerve wracking as maybe it would be for someone else.
Yeah, without doubt, because I think just every time you step in the cage, regardless of like whether it's pro or amateur, obviously it means a lot more to pro, but the more you step in there in the cage, the better you get with handling that adrenaline buzz. The better you get with like making mistakes. Like you don't rush things as easy. You can settle into the fight more. So experience is key. Like you look at someone like Alex. I always say this. Look at someone like him who has 30 fights. He's just in there and just it's not phasing him. You know what I mean? So having that good amateur background, it's only just a confidence booster. I know it's my debut technically, but like I'm at the fighting some of the best guys in the country and some of the best guys in Europe. We're going to the immafs, like so that's just that confidence and that experience going into your debut. It's priceless.
Yeah, it is because like look at Alex when he went into his first two pro fights as well, how calm and how efficient
Yeah.
he was in it. Because I remember I think he got scraped in the eye and said, "I have to finish this quickly because this is going to become a problem," and then finish the guy with the armbar cage conflict. But speaking of Alex, obviously in Devs and CMAC, at the minute you've just so much talent come out here. You're just one of them that's turning pro now as well. I'm looking forward to. I would believe Ross is probably going to go pro some stage this year. What's it like being in that gym and having Alex and Debs at the head of it because they're two of the best people in MMA in my opinion.
Yeah, it's class. Like the vibe as usual in the gym is unbelievable. I think you will see a lot of a like a shift for a few pros. Like obviously Alex led the way, myself and probably Trevor this year. Then you'll probably see like Koya and Jake and all soon, and then obviously Jordo, Ross. So you're gonna have a pro team now soon enough. So the vibe is obviously good. Like especially the fact that we're all working pro stuff, and the rounds, elbows, heel looks, all that crack. It's great. But like now, like hats off to Debbie and Alex. Like they've just absolutely put their time and effort. Not just me, but everybody in the gym. Just all they do. Um, that's all they did was just give back to us. So we just can't thank them enough, honestly.
Yeah, and it's paying dividends, like I said, with the likes of you, Jordan, Ross, Jake, who kind of came onto the scene, Kaya, who's been around a while, has come back as well, and the talent is just growing and growing. Your beginners classes were massive. I see.
Yeah, and the kids class as well. The kids class is fucking flying, man. It's mental.
It is huge. I remember seeing. I think you had to run two different beginners classes at one stage because there was so many people looking. But with your obviously with your skill set, you're good at striking. You're good everywhere. But do you think obviously with the added knees and elbows, they're going to help you more, especially when you get to those grappling positions. Whereas before, obviously, if you were postured up, you can only punch or throwing the elbows and stuff. Do you think that's going to benefit your game a whole lot more? Because I think it will.
Without, yeah, no, without a doubt, like just even having a little mess here in the room, shadow boxed about 5 minutes ago, like my nails just hit the roof, like when I'm throwing them up, like my dexterity. I don't think people really understand how high I'm getting them nails. Like I'm throwing them without like even moving. Like I'm hitting that, like I'm blading, hitting for it. It's like when I'm in the gym, like, well, obviously not smacking them in, but I mean, I'm getting to that height without even having to move it, like without moving the muscle, just throwing that knee up, like. So I think it's just gonna come very natural to me in there, after being obviously drilling the thing for months. Then the elbows, I think, gonna if he takes me down, you all see me guard game. I think I'm gonna have that, and then on top as well, I think I'm at me working so much on me top pressure game that sitting in them positions and just being able to kind of get comfortable landing bombs, big elbows and stuff like that, getting cuts, but it's just gonna really suit me. You know what I mean? There's nothing going pro that's gonna actually be worse for me. You know what I mean? Everything that the pro game has to offer suits my game to a T. So everything that I've been working, everything that I wish I had shown years ago in my fights, I get to do it all on Friday night.
Yeah, no, and you will. And obviously, there's going to be longer rounds in it as well. But any fight I've seen you in and it's gone the distance, you always look fresh. I want to say the Karma Conway one was like, that was like a clinic of a fight. Like, and Karma Conway's like 20 something amateur fights. He's a really good fighter. Do you envision this fight going the distance? And if it does, how do you think your gas tank will fare? Because obviously, you're working with Gaz Hickey for your strength and conditioning as well.
Yeah, no, my conditioning has been unbelievable. Gaz Higgy has been such a massive help. Like we can't emphasize enough in the gym how much he's been a help. Like everybody is down on a Saturday with him, but then like me, Alex, Coy, and Jake would go on a Tuesday and a Thursday as well. I feel so much physically stronger. I'm in so much better shape. And then the gas tank that cunt puts us through some conditioning. I love him to bits, but fuck me, I hate him as well at the best of times because he has us on that assault bike and them rowers and the unsprints, and yeah, it's hell. But it's hell that you need to do because every fight I'm gonna do, I don't think is gonna be as hard as the bleeding conditioning classes he has us down. So 5 minutes isn't gonna be a problem. I can go probably fucking half an hour easily, you know what I mean? So the 5 minutes won't be a problem. I don't think this fight will go the distance. I think I'll finish this fellow. I think I'm gonna take him out. But I think if by some chance it does go into the second round, that'll be no bother at all. I think it's just gonna suit me more. It'll be more time for me to put pressure on him and him be tired and then get the finish in the second round.
Yeah, and like you said, like we said, your gas tank is always good. And one thing you talk about is how flexible you are and able to get in submissions. You were called, did someone call you the octopus at one stage? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, we only talking about it was a commentator in the Four Nations said it, and like it kind of just stuck a little bit as well. But I think I need to change that. Like we're only talking about it today, but I don't know. I don't know. It's fitting. It's fitting for me style, but we might have to change it up. I don't know.
No, it is, and like that because, like you said, you've probably one of the best guard games I've seen. When someone like that, when you start singing people on the feet, you find they want to take you down, and when they get you down, they're like, "Oh shit, maybe I didn't want to come down here."
Yeah, it's pressure. It's just pressure. People don't realize pressure. They're looking at it like they're looking at my fights, I think, before they go in to fight me, and then look at all the negatives, but they're not feeling my pressure in there. You don't feel me just non-stop coming at them on the feet. If they take me down, I'm looking for submissions, I'm punching at me back. Now I'm gonna be able to elbow at me back. It's just non-stop. Then they have to move, and then you have to worry about me getting up or sweeping you. It's just there's never a minute in the fight, there's never a second in the fight where I'm settling. And I think that's why I stand out a lot. I think that pressure just kills people. You know what I mean? You swim and you sink, and a lot of people just do. They sink in there with me. You know what I mean? So I think that's why the 5 minutes as well. Also going back to that is going to suit me because the pressure is just what stands out.
Yeah, because the pressure and putting a crazy pace on like that, and people might not think it. When you're defending, if they're defending against you and trying to move out of the way and trying to cut off the cage or whatever it may be, that's actually you expend a lot of energy defending pressure, don't you? Is what
Yeah.
you can't physically see that as opposed to a punch or this, but it's just as important. Do you find that people underestimate that, like your pressure and how much energy you're going to take from them just trying to move away from you?
No, without doubt, like you'll see two people, like if you see two people like throwing digs at each other all day, like say two boxers or and they're brawling in the middle of the cage, they're not setting up with feints, they're both just going at each other. You'll see them just slugging it out, but you'll see someone with really high pressure just kind of putting it on. And people, well, you see someone like Peter Yan who's great at it, like his defense is great, so he's never put under pressure. He knows he can deal with whatever comes at him. But you see other people, reacting to feints and all this stuff. Once they start reacting and once you have them biting on the chomp, they kind of start weathering a little bit, But so that's why, look, my feints are very good. I'm in there. I'm always in your face, and then people just that's how you get tired. Like you put a triathlete, sort of say, into an MMA fight, he's gonna get tired. Not because he's unfit, but because of pressure. You know what I mean? And it's experience as well. Also, it's being in there and getting the fights done. The more you're in the cage, the more experience you are, the more you'll won't wither under the pressure.
Yeah, and like that as well, I'd say mental as well. If you just keep coming and coming for 5 minutes, someone's gonna be like, why won't this lad let up? Why isn't he
Yeah.
getting tired? And that would also play into your game going forward. But obviously, like we said, you're in Liverpool at the minute. And one thing I noticed was a lot of the English MMA media and stuff have touted you very highly. How does that make you feel? I know, like you said, not that you don't care about that stuff, but that's kind of at the back of your mind onto the fight is. But how does it feel that you've come out of Ireland and you've made such a big impression on the UK scene, and a lot of people are looking forward in the UK to your debut?
Yeah, well, it's nice. It's nice to be recognised, obviously, of course. At the end of the day, as well, if you're trying to make money in the game, you want to be as recognised as possible. Like, you obviously are in it for the love of the sport, but it'd be nice to make a few bob. So when you see at such an early stage, people coming out from obviously the UK and tell me as highly as they do. It's good to see that recognition. Obviously I have to just go out and win. That's first and foremost. You have to go out and do your job. But I think I will, and I know I will, and I think it's nice to see the bit of recognition coming from a lot of them shows and a lot of them pages, so yeah, like it's nothing. It's water off a duck's back, but it's nice to see that. It's nice to see all the hard work is being appreciated.
Yeah, no, and like that, the hard work. We've been waiting on this for a long time, especially over in this country. I know you spoke to the lads from the Out Triangle, and everybody is just looking forward to this debut. We're not looking past your fight this weekend, but how active are you looking to stay this year? And especially with the amount of shows that we have back at home, would you like to have a show at Dublin where I know you said you've a good bit of support going out with you, but in Dublin, obviously, you'd be able to bring a lot more. Would you like to fight back regionally again this year, or how many fights you have planned?
Definitely would like a shot. Like I definitely would like to keep active enough. I'd like to go train over the end of the year. I think I have some stuff lined up, like you know what I mean. Maybe APFC back in August or September, with a bit of luck back in Manchester. Then maybe Cage Warriors at the end of the year, or APFC in the States. Nothing set in stone. I wouldn't say no to any show. You know what I mean. Win this fight first and foremost. See how I am after. I don't think I'll come out with any injuries, but it's fine. Like you could throw a kick and it could go wrong. So just get this one underway, should I say, and then we'll just go from there. We'll see how it plays out. Well, obviously the plan is to keep active and get to the UFC as quick as possible and stuff like that. So we'll get this fight in and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and like that, like with your pedigree before, with your name going forward, there's going to be a huge amount of options. And obviously, recently we've seen all the guys on Cage Warriors. Alex has fought on Cage Warriors. A lot of
Yeah.
people going in very early doors into Cage Warriors now with just 1 or 2 fights. Is that something that interests you? And do you like the fact that they're taking on the young talent at an early age in Cage Warriors?
Yeah, no, without a doubt, like Cage Warriors is like it's a great promotion. Who doesn't want to be in there for the fact that you can get into the UFC? You know what I mean? It's a great show, great deadly run. You know what I mean? And it's the direct route into the UFC. For me, I just wanted to have the 1 or 2 fights first, and before I jumped in there. Some people might rush it, but I don't feel there's a need to rush it. I'm only young, so I get me fights, and once I know I'm good enough anyway. So I'll get me fights, I'll get me wins, I'll get in there and I'll have more experience then. Like it's that's it is good to see young people jumping in, but sometimes maybe not rushing it as much, you know.
You know, and that's good maturity and IQ from you as well. Obviously, looking at get 1 or 2 fights under your belt, that pro, see how the feeling, the lay of the land, and then from there, obviously, like I said, you're going to have a wealth of options with your experience and your skill level going forward. I think. I can't wait to see you fight this weekend. I'll be at home watching the pay-per-view. I'm gonna let you go. Is there anything you want to say before you go, or anyone you want to shout out? And thank you so much for taking the interview at this time.
No hassle, no. Just thanks to everybody that's supporting me, like you know what I mean. Just all my friends, my family, sponsors, obviously CMAC MMA, Debs and Alex just put so much time into me. All my sparring partners, everybody that's had to put up with me throughout the week and stuff like that. Like me, Moni Barston on fight week, and they'll be giving out to everybody and anybody. So I just want to thank everybody that's behind me. Yeah,
Yeah, no, thank you so much. I can't wait to see you compete for your like I said, the most anticipated debut so far this year, and probably will remain for the rest of the year. So thank you so much, and I will be watching you on Friday.
appreciate you, but thanks very much.
Cheers, pal. Thank you.